Sorry about that, guys. You also have the power amp mode switch, which to activate this you have to get like a paper clip, stick it in there, and you can push that button. But this basically assigns the two power amps that are in here to be stereo, or you have one power amp which is mono and the other power amp which is mono, and that could go to your monitor. So that kind of acts like the monitor amplifier. And then obviously if you had it in stereo, then one side of your speakers would be getting 200 watts and the other side of your speakers will be getting 200 watts. So Peavey made that pretty simple for you, but you have to get like a pin or something to stick in there to click it. It won't do it automatically. And I believe that's basically the whole mixer. So I mean, let's hear how it sounds. So the thing that I'm noticing already, and I don't know if there's a defect in this model, this is not mine, this is actually my friend's that he let me borrow for a gig that I'm doing soon. But as you can hear, I'm using one of these outputs right here. So you have a foot switch output for the effects, you got your monitor out, and then you got your left right out. So if you're using a powered speaker such as this JBL Eon Power 15, this is where you run your power speakers. You don't plug them directly back into the amplifier because power speakers have power. So you run them in the front here. And then you have power amp in. So if you kind of wanted to add like a booster amplifier, so if I was running maybe another set of speakers to this, I can run it in the power amp in section. But as you can hear, there's a lot of noise that comes from out of these outputs, and I've never heard that come out through the mains or the amplifier specifically, but that's weird. So that's something they skipped on right there. You can hear it loud and clear. Let's turn up our channel here. I'm using the SM58. Check 1 2. Alright, there we go. And this is how the unit sounds through a speaker. Now I'm going to get feedback because I'm literally right in front of the speaker. So if you're wondering, that's why I'm getting feedback. I should be able to at least get this up to unity. Check 1 2. Alright, that's about probably as high as I can go before I get feedback. Let's hear the low cut. So let me set this EQ flat here, and then you can hear how the EQ sounds. Check 1 2. Okay, so this is how the EQ sounds flat. Again, 12 kilohertz, 1 kilohertz, and 80 hertz with no high pass filter. So this is how it sounds. I'm already on the verge of feedback from 1K, but it does kind of clear up if I insert the high pass. Alright, so this is how my voice sounds with the high pass. Again, I still kind of have like a woofy sound, and that's coming from 1K. I'm just going to take 1K out. And my voice, as you can hear, there you go. It cleared up tremendously. So here's 1K again. Check 1 2. 1K boosted on the verge of feedback. And then 1K cut, which sounds a heck of a lot better. Alright, the next frequencies we have are 12 kilohertz. So I just gave a little boost here at 12K, and it added some brightness to my voice. But not only that, it also adds a bit of 2K. So it adds a little bit of the high mids. Obviously that's typical of these powered mixers. They always have big cues in terms of frequency adjustment. So when you adjust the frequency on here, you're actually boosting that frequency and probably four other frequencies under it. So that also includes the high mids. But it gives my voice a nice crisp sound to it. I don't really like a lot of crisp, so I'm going to cut that back. Alright, and now the bass, which is set at 70 hertz. Check 1 2. Hey, 1 2. So this is bass at 70 hertz. And then this is bass cut at 70 hertz. Add a little bit back to give me some of that oomph. And there we go. So this is how I sound on an SM58 on this Peavey XR 684F powered mixer. My pad is not engaged. I don't really need the pad to be engaged. The other thing that's active at this moment is the graphic EQ. And so if I was getting feedback, I could use this graphic EQ. So I did kind of do some EQ to my JBL here. But to let you know that it's working, I'll maybe boost one of the frequencies. Check 1 2, check 1 2. So I boost a little 2K there so you can hear the graphic EQ is active. Alright, and now it's set flat. So the graphic EQ is sent to your line outputs, which is what I'm using right now. Okay, let's see if we can access the effects here. Check 1 2. Check. Hey, 1 2. I don't know. I never use these effects. This will probably take a minute. Hold on, guys. Alright, guys, I got the effects working. So all you have to do is turn that blue knob at the top up, and then turn your effects levels, send it to your main. So let's do that now. Check. Check. Woohoo! Woohoo! It's pretty decent effects. Slightly cheap sounding. But it's okay. It's okay. So right now I'm using the Reverb Delay. So you have two parameter controls here. You have the time and the size, and then the color and the tone of the effect. Check. Yeah. Check. Yeah. Yeah. What you can also do on here is you can store different types of effect settings with the store button. And then you have 4 store options. So it will actually, I guess, save the effects parameters that you have made. Pretty cool feature. Well, let's hear the plate. Well, here's the plate reverb here. Hey, check. 1 2. 1 2. 1 2. Plate reverb. Don't sound like a plate. Check. Hey. Check. Hey. 1 2. Yeah, some of these effects are kind of meh. Effects, yeah, they're... And then I have to boost my effects knob to actually get them to sound decent. Check. 1 2. Check. 1 2. Check. 1 2. Okay, so some effects are good, some effects are crappy. Well, let's just face it, most effects are crappy. But hey, they're here if you want them, and if you want to use them, they're available to you. So this is it. This is basically my review on the Peavey XR 684 400 watt powered mixer released by Peavey in the late 90s, probably up until around 2002 or 3 these guys were made. And they're pretty great powered mixers, feature filled, and they sound pretty decent as well. Not as thin sounding as some other powered mixers on the market. These guys have some oomph to them. So they're pretty good. Check them out from Peavey.